Hello everybody and welcome back to Global Racing Series. I'm your host Mark Goldbridge and today we are doing a live watch along of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in the city of Baku for round 3 of GRS F1. Now we are expecting loads of chaos today, as we know. This track, it provides so many crashes, incidents and everything, and it's raining in qualifying. Oh my god, it's even better. It's even better. It's raining in qualifying. What a sight. How many crashes will we get? Probably thousands. Well, the most we can get is 14, but I reckon we might get maybe 6 or 7. Anyway. Oh. What is this Diddy Blood doing on the calculator? No, sorry, right. Dino's, it's on inter conditions, it seems. He's on the intermediate tyres. So, clearly, it's going to be intermediate conditions. Could possibly dry out. Doesn't seem too heavy of the rain, but it's clearly been raining for a bit. So, it's a bit wet and bollocks. But it does mean that certain sectors of this track are going to be a little bit difficult because, as we know, they're very tight corners at Baku, like the castle section, like the corner at the end of this straight, very tight. And in the wet weather, you can head in very quickly, and it could really derail your whole race. So you got to brake early, as Dino on his out lap, but you got to brake early. You got to be careful. But this corner is going to be absolutely hectic in the rain. You know, you look at that going through there very tight. In the rain, you got to slow down way earlier than you would even in the dry. That corner's a mess, but in the wet, you got to slow down way earlier just to get there. Of course, I reckon we'll see many incidents in there in this qualifying, considering that it is wet conditions. If it was dry, we might still get someone crashing there, to be honest. I mean, even if it's wet in the race, it'd be even more brilliant. It'd be even more entertaining at Baku because we probably have like 6 finishes. Having about 14 crashes would be absolutely lovely, but you never know. Anyway, Dino is going to start a lap for us, and we'll watch it. We'll watch it on board. It's not capturing the audio. That's brilliant. We quickly just fix that real quick because it's not set to the audio driver. It's defaulted itself, as Dino has a bit of a slide there. I don't know if he had a bit of a slide outwards. Did he contact the water? Did he just lock up his brakes? And he slid outwards into the runoff zone, but he's back on the track and he's still driving. He's going to take the lap seriously still. You know, with a driver of Dino's caliber, in the past he's been... Oh, that's never mind. I just won't talk about anyone's caliber. I just shouldn't talk about anyone's caliber. Well, we'll stick with Dino though, considering that he is going to be the first one to set a lap. Might not be particularly lovely, but you know, I mean, Shadow, we could actually pop on with Shadow, on board with Shadow as he's on a lap. Was David in all this? He's right behind him, so he's got to get. But Shadow's better not lose any time. Otherwise, it might impede David, and that would not be good. That'd not be good. What is this Diddy Blood doing on the calculator? It's Blood Einstein. I know, John. It's a brilliant tune. It's definitely the theme song of 2025, and I'm sure we'll be hearing it all around Christmas time. Coming up to the New Year as well. Dino is looking to finish his lap. I'll start with the accent now. I might pop it back on every now and then, but you know. Oh, never mind. That's a horrific slide. In going into that corner, very difficult corner, a lot of brakes, and he's just gone sliding sideways right into it. He took the corner quite quickly though, I guess you could say, but it would not have helped his time whatsoever because the traction on the exit would have been horrific. As we've just seen, I think Shadow has binned it already. The wet conditions proving tricky for some drivers, as we see Shadow on the runoff because he's clearly had a tough exit out of one of the corners out of the castle section. Now back to Dino. Where's he going to put his lap? What's it going to be for Dino? It's a 154.8. Can anyone best that? We'll see. Not Lucas, of course. He's not on the lap. But who's that? Williams. Is he on the lap? It is Volt. Volt is the king of wet conditions, as we know. Where will he put this? Oh, confidently freeze, almost 4 seconds ahead of matey boy Dino. Oh, we got a bit of a tow here. Luke's towing David, and David goes second. Oh my lord, that is criminal. Even with tow, they can't beat him. One thing you need to know is where is Vilis Lestauskas going to bottle? Where's he going to drop the turn? Where's he going to drop the card out? Where's he going to bottle this? He might not do it in qualifying. He certainly will do it in the race. But we have to see as Shadow sticks to 2 minutes 14 on there. That's brilliant. And Vilis boxes. I mean, that's fair, I guess. It might be drying up, so he doesn't see a point in wasting any time going on the head lip, where he can just pit immediately and get new soft tires. A bit of a mix between French and on South Africa there. I don't know why I broadcast into that mix of en français and South Africa, but I did. We got Lucas Hurts. Anyone else? Oh no, it's just Lucas. Lucas coming around it. As he would, as you know, the stand going on, Mark over his love right now. Anyway, Luke is almost banging it right into the wall right there. There's incredible, impeccable bottle right there shown from Lucas, almost absolutely slamming it into the wall. Arjen goes P4, absolutely horrendous time for Arjen for this driver this caliber, as Lucas goes P5, only when you're only 2 attempts ahead of Lucas, you know something's wrong. But the next driver to come across the line is going to be Harvey Conway. He's going to get a tow from his teammates. How kind of Stephen to give his teammate a tow. .208 miles per hour. That's quite quick for the driver. That's P3. That's P3 for Harvey Conway. Lord Mayor 3rd place for Harvey Conway. Cosy, look at that. Look at that position for Harvey Conway. Cosy, look at the rims on that. Cosy. Anyway. Why have I got a ping from trying to reserve a location? Sorry, gentlemen, I've just got a ping. Anyway, Melamed, he's on lap. Stephen actually would be the better driver to watch, as he's Stephen Kleiner. He's on a lap. He just gave tow to his teammate, and now he's going to be flying away from his teammate. You know, so here we go into the corner, whacks it around. Oh, into the wall! You're not meant to put it there, mate. You're meant to put it on the track, mate. I wonder how anyone else gonna react to that, because that is a tricky situation. Discombobulation. No, I don't think it's gonna block anyone. Luckily, I don't think anyone was on a lap, but still, that was a very poor place to put your car. To be honest, Stephen, you're not meant to put it directly into the wall. You're meant to, like, you know, drive it on the track, you know. Blooming hell. Rocky. He's very good quality of driver, you know, Stephen. He likes to put the car in the barrier, and he enjoys it. He enjoys putting the car in the barrier. I don't know why, but he does. Melamed though, you know, Melamed, he's going to be putting the car across the line soon, so we'll stay on board with him as he's going to be driving the car down the straight now. Let's see where Melamed puts his car, what time he's going to do. He goes P1 immediately. That is bloody brilliant. 3 attempts ahead of the pack. P1, that is absolutely cracking. Absolutely lovely, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful from the McLaren TP right there. No, sorry, not TP, McLaren driver. I don't know why I said TP. I confused in my head. Oh no, that is the TP. Never mind. He's a driver for McLaren, and I think he potentially leads the team as well. So we'll go with that. We'll go with that. We are Williams Lestauskas. Let's see where he can put this car. Can he put it on anywhere good? Let's see how he does it. He goes around that corner and he does alright. Okay, come on. Let's put a good lap together, Williams. Let's see how we do it. Go to put a good time. Do not bottle. No bottle. Okay, he's on there. He's still there. He could potentially put a good time in here. I'm pretty sure that Dino just went P3. Brilliant lap from Dino Puskas award. But there we go, Williams Lestauskas. He's going to cross the line soon. Where does Williams Lestauskas put this car? P1. Pole position for Williams Lestauskas. 149.5. Brilliant position. Let's see if he keeps that. Let's see if he manages to stay on top. But the track does seem to be drying out, so I reckon the soft tyres will be on. So I don't reckon that will be the time to finish the qualifying. No one else on the lap currently? No, Vote might be on the lap. I believe he's on the lap with the amount of ERS that he's got in his car. He's doing absolutely brilliant. I was going to say horrible because of that corner, but he's not on purple sector 1. So he's clearly not going bad. And he could have had a hiccup going into that corner because, well, I mean, you got to go very slow anyway because the inter tires on the right surface, you know, it's not perfected for these tires because it's certainly not wet anymore. It's definitely on the drier formatted tire. Slipping and sliding all over the place. You know it's not ideal when your driver is slipping and sliding all over the place. You know he's got to change his tires. I don't know why he's he's gonna do one more round on these tires and surely he will pit and his next round will be on softs. As look at him. He's like a massive seal on butter just sliding around as a hippo on ice, just like bouncing around everywhere, sliding and everywhere and just hitting each wall, bouncing back and forth, bouncing back. Look at him. I doubt this will be an improvement in his time. I mean, that purpose that one must have been the lie. There's no way he improves his time on these tires in these conditions. He must be boxing. He's a madman. There's no way. There is no way. What? Ladies and gentlemen, this man is cheating. He needs to leave the sport. We need to do an investigation on him. Launch an investigation immediately. I do not believe that he is possible to set a time like that on those tires in these conditions. How has he done that? I reckon he's cheating. Might be my personally. Ahmed's just hit the wall like he's some sort of hockey puck and ice hockey and air hockey. You know, you hit it against the wall and it bounced back. You do a 360 no-scope rebound shot and it score. But he's trying to do that with his car for some reason. Is not the optimal line. Jarvis going to be crossing the line with his intermediate tires. He's going to be P2 with 49.3. That's quite a brilliant lap from him. Why have I just been... DRS has been enabled. Here we go. Dry tires on, guys. Dry tires on, ladies and gentlemen. Dry tires on. Apparently, I'm not going to be able to get my driver in because Mitch is not responding to my Discord thing. He asked me at 18:57 that I have an open seat and Stuart asked if he could race. I asked if he was still around. The only issue is I started the stream at that point. I was only focused on the streaming. So Mitch has had a complete blunder there. Was not checking attendance efficiently and didn't ping me beforehand when my driver was not able to race. So I'm quite furious at that. I'll tell Stuart all of this mishap, but yes, soft tires are now being applied. I don't know why Aaron's coming in. Maybe he thinks he needs to go in for more fuel, maybe, but I don't know if he'll get out in time, to be perfectly honest. If anything, he might block his teammate from getting out for another lap. Well, the only other driver on soft tires is Stephen Calais, and I wonder if he is actually going to stick this lap review, quickly stick it on and try to save battery, because you've got a long time. 3 minutes 40. I don't know if you want to do it yet, but I guess he might. I think he's going to go. I think he was going to go. He's doing it. He is doing it. He's sliding all over the place though. I would stick it in none. I would just take this as another lap. I'd do maybe another lap on top of that, and then I'd go on the tires. I think this is a bit of a waste, to be perfectly honest. There would be no point in boxing, you would not get out in time. He's an idiot. He's an idiot. He's an absolute idiot. He's an absolute imbecile. What is he doing? He's an imbecile. The Matthew Bailey's doing the right thing. Go around the track at 15 miles per hour and then sit a lap. You know? But Steven decided to speed into the pit lane where he's not going to get out again because he does not have enough time. With an absolute imbecile. Like, they're still putting his car in. He might get out in time. Yeah, no, actually, never mind. He's not a complete imbecile. Look, Matthew Bailey's taking his time. Burning fuel, I think, or is he in low fuel mode? There's no way he's in low fuel mode. He's in low fuel mode. Then when did he do that dry lap? Absolute idiot. Never mind, Matthew Bailey is an absolute idiot though. Absolute imbecile. I can't believe he's done that. He needs to pack it in. He needs to look in his mind. What is he doing? Idiotto. Idiotto, man. What is he doing? Hey. Shadow trying to murder some stewards there on the very hard. Why would you do that? That's disrespectful to the stewards and their family. Trying to murder them like that. Come on. Matthew Bailey decides to retire in the pit lane. He knows he's idiot though. He knows he's messed up. He's absolutely idiotic. I cannot believe it. Well, everyone else is on outer lap 7 Shadow when he murdered the walls. But he's going again, I'm assuming, with the non-ERS mode enabled. So he's going to go again. Oh, we will be there. We will be there. What accent is that? Ask my parents, I don't know. I don't know, ask my parents. They have a mix. Multiple ethnicities. God, from every corner of the globe. It's a mix of every single one. Vote starting his lap. Currently on pole, let's see if he can improve upon his time. The people who will be coming around to start their laps last will be in better condition because the track will be drier at that point, and there will be more rubber on the surface. So, you know, some sort of Italian and Nigerian. I don't know about Nigerian. Maybe you could say that, but you could say that for a lot of accents. Just because a lot of accents, ironically, the Nigerian accent is close to a lot of European accents. Not in the sense that it's the way that they pronounce their stuff. A lot of European accents are similar as well in the way that they pronounce the way they enunciate certain letters and stuff. Like the Nigerian, I can understand that. That is a bit Nigerian, but I mean the Italian accent has because the Nigerian has had many foreign ethnicities be in the country at previous points. They've probably taken certain things at certain areas, you know what I mean? A Shadow goes on pole. I can't believe I completely missed that waffling about accents. Dino will probably take the pole position. He does take the pole. Everyone will start taking the pole position, but Volt actually might take the pole position. It's gonna be crazy what time he said. Yeah, chill out, man. Vilnius Restauskus is going to come around comes up to the finish straight, the finish line. What time is he going to set? He goes pole position. Maybe Volt isn't a madman. Maybe I completely overestimated what Volt did. Melamed, the next, no, not David Hoy, getting a slipstream from Luke Mills. He's going to go pole 141.78. Oh my lord, but who's that on slipstream? I missed it. One of the Hasses. Where is he? Oh, they didn't even improve. I mean, Harvey was with the fourth, but that's about it. I'm pretty sure people are going side by side there. I completely missed the absolute chaos of that final part because I was trying to see the Haas and Slipstream, but it didn't. It worked to a certain extent. They went up in the positions, but they didn't get any pole. Well, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. David Hoy will take pole position with Bayard Bello in P2 and Melamed in P3. And Harvey Conway, Villiers Stauskas, Goretti, Stephen Clay, Thomas on the Hill, Arjen Bilbas, Lucas Odds, and Dino Puscadia. And then the rest are there. Luke at last, as he usually is. It's interesting, you know. Anyway, into the main race we go. Very interesting quali. The British, but a bit of British snuck into the accent there. But it's very interesting quali. You know, I mean, very interesting quali. I mean, you know, David Hoy getting the pole. You don't see that often in F1, especially with the competition. But I guess he does. And we'll move on. You know, P2 and P3 also very competitive drivers behind David. We'll have to see if David is able to keep ahead for long enough, and maybe put them off, and then maybe win the race if he's got a good strategy. Maybe if his teammate comes up and helps him, he might even hold up drivers just so Luke can get past. Which would be a really good strategy. Also, we are in dry conditions for the race, as you could see. Not cloud in sight. I don't think we'd get the rain for hours, for years. It's surprising that we got rain in quali, but we did at Baku, which is very strange. Hot place, Baku usually, but you know, in the summertime when the weather is hot, you can stretch right up and touch the sky. Single, you know. It's raining outside for me right now, but clearly Baku is as sunny as ever. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's 5 red lights. Here we go. Go at the Baku Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Off to a good start. David Hoy is. We got Bayard Bello and Melamed behind them. They're gonna get very close, and almost making mega contact, but no contact made us. Dino falls all the way to the back. He spun around. Why? How's he done that? Have you done that then? That's actually criminal. He's done that. Why he spun around like that? Anyway, Shadow. He's got Nathan. Here we go. The kick Sauber and Iron Bill pass. Lucas Holmes. He's gonna send the move around the outside. Here we go. He goes for it. He's not gonna be able to get it done, baby. Nathan's also trying to get the move on Shadow. Down the inside. No. He's trying to he can't stick the move. Well, you know, anyway, major chaos already. You got Dino already at the back of the pack after spinning around. You got David still leading, Bayard still there, Melamed in the P3. But anyone thinking of a move, there's no way that this Ferrari is thinking of a singular exploit of a move at that corner. That is criminal. Jarvis was also lining up for it, but he's going to go around the outside of the castle section. He goes straight on into the runoff, does not trust himself, brake. He brakes too hard, and he locks up his brakes, and he goes straight on into the runoff for Luke Mills. Harry, I don't know. What do you mean? Hold on for a second. That was no, I don't know. What are you questioning? Anyway, here we go. Stephen Clay is right behind both the Williams drivers, Volt and Villiers. Maybe, hopefully, Villiers won't be able to bottle this week's race, and maybe he'll actually get some good points out of his result in after qualifying P5. You know, get some good result. You know, no bottle from Villiers. That's what we don't want to see, a bottle from Villiers. As Volt and him are kind of battling, but he's letting him pass. He goes side by side action. Shadow goes down the inside. Goes down the inside. And now maybe Lucas is thinking about the dive bomb, but no, he pulls out at the last second, a little bit moving on the braking, but I don't think he's going to have affected any drivers in that scenario. Dino, Matthew Bailey's got the box for a new wing. Aye. Steven does. Villiers Lestauskas, Iron, and Lucas battling, and Lucas almost coming across, almost swiping out Arjen by accident with the oversteer. That is super dangerous and almost caused a massive collision. Here we go. Villiers hunting down now Stephen after being overtaken. He's got to get that move back. He's got to get that. He's a, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. It's a VSC, it's a virtual safety car. A virtual safety car is deployed. Front wing, Jarvis is spun around. Here we go. This is manic. He's also probably got rear wing damage from reversing into the barrier right there. This is bad. Horrendous. This is horrendous. Front wing gone, spinning around. Baku, you can't afford it. Otherwise, you do end up in the wall like that, and you cause a VSC, a virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. But anyway, let's have a look at the possible stats. You got add mediums, add medium stock. I doubt that. I actually reckon that you medium added. Medium added. In my personal opinion. Look at the tires. Everyone on medium says Jarvis. Jarvis on hard tires. He's not hard tire. I'm assuming Matthew Bailey was also on the hard tire expecting a safety car. But he's now on the mediums. He's in a bit of a tricky scenario. Sorry, it's a little bit of a stretch, and for some reason Melamed has decided to overtake, and a drive-through penalty for Melamed and Harvey Conway. Drive-through penalty, drive-through penalties. Oh dear. Oh my lord, what has he done? Harvey Conway's absolutely murdered Melamed. He tried to go down the inside, now Volty almost goes into the wall, and it's a safety car. It's a full safety car. Oh my lord, what happened there? Harvey Conway tried to go down the inside, tried to catch off Melamed off guard, and he went too far in and absolutely murdered Melamed. Into the wall he went. Right, that wall right there, ladies and gentlemen. That wall right there that we just passed on Dino's camera. Absolutely murdered. Oh my lord. What in the blooming hell was that, Harvey Conway? What in the world? I've never seen that. Oh my lord, in the name of Pope himself, what are you doing, Harvey Conway? That was a killer move, and you actually ended up murdering another car. That is criminal. Criminal behavior from Harvey Conway. Oh, they drive hilariously worse in F3. I agree with you there, Jackson. Willie Jane Jackson. I agree. They are horrendous. Horrendous. F2 and F1, horrendous driving standards. Horrendous. Well, a full safety car out, and gonna get the here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Safety car is out. Let's see what strategies might be put. It's only lap 3, but people might be stupid, maybe. David, for example, here we go into the pit lane with David Hoy. He's going to box, I'm assuming, off those mediums onto his set of irons. He might try skip them out for the whole race. Might attempt to, but then he might box later on onto another set of mediums. Maybe midway through the race for another set of irons, but we don't know it. But, you know, here we go, the pack. Everyone coming in, swarming into the pit lane, getting the tires off, getting the... Oh, here we go, Lucas. Lucas has been blocked. Double stacking, not gonna help him. But not. It's too loud. I can't hear myself. It's too loud. Not going to assist him anyway. But it's a safety car. It makes up for it. It doesn't lose too many positions. Criminal behavior by Harvey Conway. That dive was absolutely mesmerizing. Murdered a family man in Melamed. A family man. He has a family, for goodness sake, Harvey Conway. And you decided on a VSC restart to get criminal thoughts in your head and dive down the inside at turn 3. Ending up putting him in the wall ruthlessly. And you've got a drive-through penalty, and now you're probably going to get a 10-second penalty on top of that. Absolutely maniac. Absolutely a maniac. Yext saying, "Oi, Jack, I don't know. I'm assuming you're talking to someone else in the chat. But if you're talking to me, my name is Massimo. My name is Massimo. The third king of Rome. The eighth king of Rome, actually. Sorry, the eighth king of Rome." The 88th king of Rome. I got that completely wrong. Sorry, I forgot my own family lineage. Melomed might need to have a talk with himself about the contract requirements. He might, yes, he might. About what the performance is and all that. He might have to discipline himself. He might show an example of disciplinary actions on himself so that the drivers know what to do. I wouldn't say gooning. I'd say like he's out raising up the fine shite. The fine shite, if that's what you call them in the English language. The fine shite. The I've heard the word does something like that. Out raising up pretty much. I wouldn't say gooning. I think I know a rough summary of gooning, but it's not gooning. No, not gooning. Nah, it doesn't sound like him. Well, trust me, my friend. I know him in real life, and he's very, very charming. He's got the looks and he's got the words. If he got the words, he got the vocabulary to speak to such, and he got the mentality too. Because obviously, a lot of men lack the mentality to speak to the females, to the woman, to the female, but he's got the mentality, he's got the charisma, and he's got the vocabulary, the looks and everything. He's got it all, my friend. He's on Grindr. If that's some type of like tradie application or something like that, I don't know. For like worksmen or stuff like that. Is that something like that? I have no clue what that is, my friend. Like an application to like grinding materials, like tools and hardware and stuff like that. But anyway, enough of that. The race is going to commence soon. Bayod is going to get us underway. Born in Veneza, raised by bulls, 20 years. AlphaTauri, of course, for me, no, they were not even an Italian accent. Sound Russian. I don't know if you know what a Russian. I think you are out of your mind, my good sir. I don't know if you think this is a part of the. If this is a Slovak accent, you are. If you think that this is a Slavic accent, you are out of your mind. Anyway, we're underway. We are underway. Go. Pedal to the metal. We are underway once again. Matthew Bailey has dropped position, so has Luke Mills to Stephen Clay. Immediate good start from him. Bayot has pulled away a lot from Vilis Lastauskas and Villiers and David might engage a battle, but Volt is also looking to get ahead of the Ferrari so he can support the teammate in his push for the victory, and also Volt wants to move. But here we go, Iron in the runoff, Iron bottle, as per usual, whereas Luke and Stephen Clay go side by side. Oh my lord. Matthew Bailey, Stephen Clay, oh my god, they're side by side. This is gonna be chaotic. Going to this corner, no. He pulls out. Brilliant. Holy McLaren bottle, I agree. 14th DNF, 13th in the runoff. Luffy, if you've ever heard, Fabrizio Romano, here we go. He's got the Italian accent. You might have heard of him. He's a very famous Italian, Fabrizio Romano. Scouter, the guy that does the transfers and ruins deadline day and stuff like that. But anyway, back to the Formula 1 racing. Luffy is getting a bit too serious. I'm Italian. I know what I sound like. So Let's move on. Vilius Latauskas is going to overtake Bayod. This could be a massive overtake, but David's going to get involved there as well. This is crazy. Oh my god. Vilius now going to head contact, potentially almost. Could have been much worse. Bayod was going too quickly. Could have absolutely murdered Vilius Latauskas, but he doesn't. He stays ahead. David Hoy doesn't capitalize either with his speed. The vote is very close. Luke and Lucas. Oh my god, no way. Not a recreation. A recreation. This is going to be amazing. No, Luke backs out. For goodness sake. We got something up here. Who's at the wall? It's Nathan. It's Nathan. Nathan. Absolutely bottle. Bottle. I tell you. Bottle. Absolute bottle. Lucas around the outside. Also, I did not. Oh my lord. What is happening? Lucas trying to get the move. I lost it a little bit there. I did lose it a little bit there. But Nathan. A certain syllables. Nathan can't react to that Lucas move and drops back. I also did not mention, I like to say that he's got his Nike Mercurials on. I did not mention the nation that I am from, but I've been labeled as Italian, so clearly I must be convincing enough. Clearly that's what I must be from. Must be Italian. I must be from Italy. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Vote right behind David Hoy. DRS will be a nail. Oh, no, actually, it won't be a nail, but will it? No, it will. Never mind. I'm close. Vote is going to go for the move on David Hoy. Here we go. Here we go. Into turn 1. Down the outside. Thomas Underhill on David Hoy. Does not get it done. Does not have the... Oh, facility could still be there, though. It could still happen. It could still happen. And it does, though. It's ahead of David Hoy. Brilliant move into turn 2 there after the failed one in turn 1. Kept it aside, alongside, and makes the move. Matthew Bailey gets done by Stephen Clay. Anyone else doing any stupid moves? No. No. Are you trying to make me say words that I don't want to say? What is this? Are you profiling me? I should say these words because they're stereotypically Italian? Is that what you're trying to say, Ari? Is that what you're trying to do? You're profiling me. Vote. He's very close to Bayod. He could get the move done. Villiers is running away with this. I don't know what happened to Bayod. Maybe a wind damage? I don't know, but he's certainly holding up a lot of people. He's holding up Volt. Not too bad for Volt, considering that he's not got to worry about Aryan and Dino. Dino's absolutely cooked. Getting overtaken by Aryan of all people. That's criminal, in my personal opinion. Villiers is running away with this, so all he needs to not do is bottle. No bottle, and he's fine. If he bottles it, he's absolutely stupid. He doesn't need to pit again. He doesn't need to pit again. David trying to get ahead. A Volt. Oh, contact! Contact on the Ferrari from the Williams driver. That is very naughty. Don't you be doing that to the Ferraris. That's not what I want. That's not what I want you to do. Anyway, here we go. Matthew Bailey boxing once again onto the other tires. I'm assuming he's still on them for the rest of the race. But, I mean, he's not had a particularly good outing, Matthew Bailey, in the Alpine. But, yeah. Horrendous. Ooh, potential for a scenario to occur. Right, the potential? Luke Mills, here we go down the inside. It almost worked. It almost pulled off, but Lucas had traction. He had traction necessary to make it ahead of Luke Mills on the exit of the corner. It's also a bit of a bad entry from Luke Mills, so he would not have been able to get the full capabilities. David is struggling a bit. Yep, certainly, especially behind. Oh no, to be fair, he is. He's in contention with Volt, but he's not competing too well with him. He's losing time in certain sectors of the track, as you've obviously observed. That was a little bit British there. Here we go. You know. Shadow looking to overtake Bayot could be a possibility. David, though, with the DRS, going to absolutely smoke Volt because Volt is so far away from Villiers and Stauskas because of that holding up moments from Bayot that he's now ahead with the DRS. Absolutely smoked him, but he might be under pressure from Volt now because the DRS at this section and further Volt being absolutely insane on the pace as Villiers is lost a lot of time in the first corner. 5/10 lost. Is Villiers bottling? No way. Cannot be. It cannot be a bottle from Villiers. Volt is going to win again. I will say it sounds more Italian. I mean, to be honest, whatever it makes it out to be, Luffy, to be fair, I'm not really aiming at a certain location. Oh, never mind. I thought he would be overtaken by Bayot of Moriares. Yeah, but Bayot, he seems to be going slower. I don't know why. I don't know this reason. Has he got front wing damage? No, he's just slow. If you had to guess, Luffy, where I actually come from, where would you guess? What would your location of me be? Needs a lot more O at the end of every word. That's not necessarily. Oh, Aryan's absolutely pinned it. That's not necessarily how every Italian talks, but go with that. Ariano has absolutely crashed it, bottled it again, crashed into the wall after spinning around nephew overtaken Bayot Bello, a Bayot box into the pit here we go exactly. It's the more it was not necessarily it's not a necessary thing. Volt now is going to attempt to stay with David. David sped up for some absolute reason, a crazy reason. He's decided to become quick again. I don't know why, but he has. Dino and Luke engaging in side-by-side action there. I think Luke has just gone wide into the wall. No, not into the wall. He kept his end plate. Dino might have got damage. I don't know. No damage. No damage from no. It seems fine. But that was intense side-by-side action by the two drivers there. Need to watch a bit more of F1 interviewer Italian Tony. I had to see he put a lot of O at the end of his words, because I mean, Italians I know they might put the word O at the end of some words, but that's not necessarily everyone. But I'm assuming this F1 Italian puts the words against up there O, and really pronunciates the O at the end of his. I guess some people would definitely do that. Some Italians, it depends what part of Italy you come from. Certain parts of Italy you pronunciate certain things differently. It's weird, like in England you got the Scots accents and the Manchester and the London and all those different accents. The same with Italia, you got different parts. Shadow now trying to battle with Nathan, but he loses out on Nathan. Nathan with the overtake, I do believe. I wasn't really paying attention, I was thinking about different parts of Italia, but I was on board though. I think Nathan just went through down the inside of turn 1. Brilliant move from Nathan. Now, but the Kings are in a very good position, but it's only lap 12. It's only lap 12. You expect there to be a lot more laps, but safety cars and stuff. I would have said Eastern European Croatia, so it's close to Italy, but not to. Well, that's where you think I'm from, like my home nation. Well, you will find out at the end of this. At the end of the end, find out. But I mean, I'm speaking and people label what accent I'm on. With the, it works better. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, Luka Modric, very intense man, you know. Talking about Croatia, Luka Modric playing in Serie A right now. That was what happened there in my voice. I don't know. I keep having these sections of my voice where I have a voice crack or my voice changes suddenly. I do not know why. It's a thing that's happened multiple times previously. I don't know. It just happens every now and then. Like right there at my, right there, you heard it. My voice suddenly just had a bit more phlegm, if you know what I mean, in the back of it. My throat has been used a lot more. It's strange. F1 action is happening a lot. Shadow defending for a teammate, I imagine. Steven not be able to get past drivers. Luke bailed fastest lap of the session. Very he's in 12th. I'm sure many bucks for that. He got new hot tires. Much more efficient, you know. But Lucas is losing more and more time, but Shadow's defending for him. Good team camaraderie between these two kick saubers. They are working together very nicely, you know. Keeping their position very well against the faster drivers behind him. Stephen Clay and Luke Mills. They are very quick drivers, you know. If there is another safety car, I will go to relieve, get some water and some liquids because I'm very thirsty. My voice is like commentating really challenges. As a commentator, you got to challenge your voice, and it's really you got to use your vocal cords a lot more, and it does challenge you. And also, to be fair, I'm just a very oh my lord, what's happening here? Oh my lord, Luke Mills has absolutely murdered Stephen Clay. He lost his front wing. What in the name of good God has happened there? That is quite frankly. It was spectacular. Anyway, Shadow and Lucas all behind Nathan. They all try overtaking. I'm sure Nathan's going to box. He's got the wing damage. Must have been a mistake. But here we go into the box. But Luke Mills, what in the God's green earth was that? Now he's going to go down the inside. Down the inside. Here we go. Almost crashes into the back of the other kick salvage. It's a beautiful move. Just perfection. To not make a collision out of that. Brilliant dive down the inside has bailed. And Harvey Conway engaging battle, and bailed is ahead of Harvey Conway. Wow, as I was talking about the strain that it puts on my vocal cords, commentating a lot. I mean, I talk a lot anyway, but commentating, you got to talk a lot when you're commentating. You got to say a lot of things, a lot of stuff, keep it going. And Luke absolutely decided to murder Stephen Clay right in front of us. That was criminal, you know. Anyway, Volt is not really catching David too well. I mean, David's keeping him at bay. There might be DRS soon. We'll see if he gets DRS at any point. I don't know actually. David is very good at Baku. He's previously known to be very good at Baku. But we'll see. Here we go. Is he going to get DRS? DRS. He has. I do believe Volt has got DRS, you know, and he's now behind. I think David actually will box. That actually was very strange. Again, I tell you, there's moments in my language where I will just do that. And again, I don't know who this Jacques is, but I'm not him. I said I'm Massimo. The 8th can go wrong. Come fly. If you're referencing that show, I've watched it. If you're talking about the pussy wagon as a arrived guy, that is very off. You are so off with that comparison. I'm not talking French either. I don't know the French. I'm not talking about French. And the many guys would come fly with me. I don't know about the French. The French Anyway, here we go. Villiers Stout. What in the world was that? What in the world was that? What in the world was that dive bomb? That is criminal. Criminal move on Shadow. Criminal. I don't think I sounded like him whatsoever. I don't. Anyway, the man that goes to pussy wagon has arrived. I don't think I made anywhere near his Bradford accent, Bradfordish accent, whatever. Bradford, you know, he comes from Bradford. I don't. It might sound similar, but Bradford's a very special place, to be honest. Anyway, Villiers Stauskas, after making an incredible dive bomb on Shadow and absolutely capping him like he's God, making God screen work or whatever you call it, he's now catching up as Luke gets ahead of Lucas, but they have a collision which could allow Villiers to get past Lucas. That's crazy. I don't know if that's whether they're turning, but Lucas comes across. What is happening? What is happening? That is what are these drivers doing? The driving standard in this tier is dropped tremendously. That is, it is criminal. When everyone's actually driving close to each other, they actually make silly decisions as Luke and Lucas are skirmishing, engaging in a harsh battle. And Villiers is just a bystander in it. I do not know if I would be able to sound like him, to be honest, Callum. I do not know if I could actually purposely make myself sound like the man from Come Fly With Me, as Villiers tries to make the move on Luke, but that's Villiers' speed. I think Luke is defending it now. I think he wants Lucas to win the race. I think he is defending against Villiers so that Lucas wins the race of the. What in the good gracious morning of tomorrow is Luke doing in that scenario? I think he's purposely defending. That is what insane what he's doing right now. As Matthew and David are in what in the bloody speechless move by Matthew Bailey around the outside. I'm speechless out that what in the I can't work. I can't find the words to describe that scenario. Vote very close behind Dino, not particularly. If Villiers loses this to Lucas, I'm counting it as a bottle. It is going to be counted as a bottle. I do not care, you know. I'm going to count it as a bottle. As I think Luke boxes, only want to box, and we will continue on with these front five who only boxed the second time. Luke damage. That it would make sense why he was driving like a retired hospice worker. No, it makes sense, as David is also driving like a retired banger driver. Like, what is he doing? Trying to take out Bale. This is a crash. No, Harvey Conway shamelessly retires in the pit lane, disgracing his family name. David Hoy round the outside, but he can't do it. Bayod is too good at defending for some reason. He's too good. I think the damage call was correct, considering he dropped all the way back there. Potentially. I mean, he was driving like an absolute retired hospice worker. Nightingale, Florence Nightingale. Well, these are the tires. Lucas might have to box again. I think he might. I think he will, unless he probably will. I mean, maybe not. Maybe he'll stick through. I don't know if the tires will compete though with the much younger tires behind. You know, the older tires behind Matthew Bailey's 8 lap old, but they will be completely fine for another 4 or 5. They'll be better than Lucas's bike. Yes, better than Lucas. Pretty much is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, these Nathan with a 10-second time penalty, as I do believe, Villiers is now taking the move, but Volt is also getting attacked by. Volt's just. Where is he come from? As Bayod is also past Lucas, unfortunately losing multiple positions. Needs the box ideally if he wants to make anything of this, because those tires are absolutely wrecked, mate. That mate was very questionable. That mate was very, very questionable. Here we go. David Hoy down the inside. Whoa. No. What in the world are you doing, David? What are you doing? What in the world? That could have been absolutely catastrophic. After what have we gone with? These two, you'd think drivers wouldn't, you know, like, have you gone with though? He's an inspiring man. He inspires the generations for a certain reason. A long line of criminals, let's say. Oh. Davide, as they would say in Italy. Actually, I think Davide is a common. It's a very nice name, Davide. I mean, I know Davide is pronounced David, but Davide is much easier to say in my country. Davide is the common. Well, not David, you Davide. But anyway, Davide is going to make a move now on Lucas. Here we go. Davide overtaking Lucas. Wout also doing Lucas. I think Wout might attempt to do the move on David Hoy as well. On Davide Hoy. As Davide down the inside trying to stick it. Wout around the outside. Wout lags back. Oh, that's unfortunate. Mate, that's bad. Unfortunate. But you know, he's used all of his broadband up on Genshin Impacts, but here we go now. Wout, he's going to try it again. He gets ahead easily this time as Luke's is also done by Matthew Bailey. Mitch is absolutely shite at his job, by the way. In reserve stuff. I'm just going to say that now. Get it out the way. Because he didn't ping me about my extra seat until like 3 minutes before the race, and I couldn't have the time to respond as I was already doing the stream by then. You know, it's very infuriating. Very infuriating. Did Matthew Bailey just hit the inside of the wall? That is criminal behavior. He's dropping back from Davide a lot. He needs to can't find the word. He needs to focus up. Focus. You know, he needs to drive quicker. If you do not drive quicker, you are no longer a racing driver. That's not the quote, but that's the quote. I'm going to say that. If you don't drive quickly in this, you're not technically a racing driver. You know, that's how it works. That's how it works. What in the bloody hell was that? Why did I convert to like some sort of scouser for a second there? I don't know why a scouse accent came out of my mouth there, but it did. And Lucas finally boxes a bit late, in my opinion. Should have done it immediately. But now he's going to be behind many drivers, maybe even his teammate. He's going to be behind everyone. What a mistake. What a mistake by him. Finally, it's calmed down now. Only a couple of drivers are close to each other, so we don't have to worry too much about the panic and chaos of everything happening on track. No panic has to happen. No panicking about drivers crashing into each other. It's just going to be pure enjoyment watching now. I might even take this moment to... Luke is the one most likely to do anything. I'll leave it on board as I go get water and... you know, stuff like that. Be alert. It's raining. Oh my! What? I come back and it's there was no clouds in the sky for ages. What is raining now? Oh my lord! Oh! In the name of the Pope and Lord and Jesus, what is happening? Luke makes a head of shadow. Did he provide entertainment while I was gone? I hope he did. Intermediate Aryan and Dino. It might actually get that bad, to be fair. I mean, it's only light, but if it gets that bad, there's 5 laps left. If it gets that bad, it might be worth boxing now. If it is going to get that bad. If it gets bad rapidly, but it's not really heavy rain, it's light. If it gets bad rapidly, then yes. But right now it's but the hard tires are going to be slipping and sliding. Lucas might actually win. I know he's far back, but he might have the tire of choice for these conditions. Knowing him might be sliding as well. He might be already into conditions. I think it might be already into condition. If I'm not mistaken. Look at the way the cars are slipping and sliding. Must be into the condition. Vote passed. He boxes for intermediate tires. He might be the right decision. I don't know. It might be good enough. These tires might die off. This might be a Williams 1-2 bottle. As Vogt goes into the runoff. As I say, bottle from Williams. He goes into the runoff, but he does not have to worry. But everyone else is boxing for intermediate tires. So the Williams might have actually bottled this. I mean, Vogt is definitely not going to finish second anymore. After that, going straight on, I think this might be a Williams 1-2 bottle. Because they didn't box for the intermediate tires. Because the Inters are clearly better. This is a generational loss for Williams. This is generational. This is generational bottle. If they go from being 1-2 to not, this is going to be generational bottle. How can Villiers somehow? I mean, Volt is not necessarily a 1-2 Williams. I know Volt is not necessarily a common bottler. You know. I don't think it is worth boxing. Look, DRS is disabled. The track is gone. He's got to drive in these conditions for 4 laps. I don't think he's gonna like. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking that Villiers. Somehow Villiers does not. It goes without the race. He bottles every race, is what I'm trying to say. And I mean, Volt doesn't bottle often, but he might. I mean, Bale's already cut down 2 seconds. The Volt, he cut down 2 seconds already, which might not be enough to catch Villiers. But if it gets wet enough in the coming laps, Villiers might spin out or something. I don't think there is a possible chance for Villiers is boxing. Oh my lord! Oh my lord! Why? Why do it now? Why do it now? Why? 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 What in the blue moon? They're double stacking. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, no way. Oh my god, no way. Oh my god. Oh my god. They are. Oh, in the Lord, in the name of. Oh my lord. Your tires are. And Volt is dropped down to 3. Well, they've bottled it. I mean, after that point, after I shadow crashed, I didn't catch it. I was too busy focusing on Villiers and Volt bottling it. After that point, that you carried on the hard, there's no point in boxing. There's just stay out. But they did. Massive mistake. Massive mistake. Being massive mistake not boxing in the first place, but massive mistake again. I mean, wow. I don't know how he figures out how to bottle it every week, but he does. Look now, he's rolling hard. You know, those tires, they don't last well when you're bad conditions, but the arts are not going to last. He's going to fall all the way down. He's going to get points though because DNF's happening, but you know it's not good. Ilias generally will not. His tires aren't optimal. He won't be able to catch. He's bottled the win. He's bottled it. He's bottle major bottle. Here we go. I can't believe it. I can't believe it for 1 second. You know, I can't believe it that he would throw it away like that. It's actually impossible to believe that he has thrown it away like that. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't. It's criminal. It's absolutely awful strategy. It's absolutely awful Ferrari strategy in the Williams. This is insane. Insane. This is insane. I thought for once he's not going to bottle it, and he does. How does he keep figuring out ways to bottle this? I can't believe it. And there's a yellow flag that's for a McLaren iron in the McLaren. He's bottled it again. He does it very well. He always manages a way to absolutely butcher his race. He's a good driver. I'll mention he's a good driver. He can drive well, but in these conditions, he's absolutely a wank. I mean, I'm surprised Luke is not beating him in hard tires. I'm surprised Luke... Oh, Lord. Yeah, Luke is not enjoying that. See, now I do think that Villiers might have dropped down even further. Though it might have been the right decision. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. I think it was the right decision to box. As you see, it's too wet. I do think they would have still got him if he went up the hard. So maybe the pitting, but I just don't think... I think Villiers would still end up in that third place, but it's the fact that Volt boxed as well. I think Volt should have boxed Villiers stay out if after they missed the first opportunity. The second opportunity should have just been Volt. I think Villiers would have lasted. No, Villiers would have bottled it, man. He would have spun into the runoff. He would have spun into the runoff. He would have done that. He would have spun into the runoff and be the end to his race. So at least he's going to come on in P3. Well, at least what seemed like it. Got a battle somewhere. Yeah, it's Volt actually is doing Matthew Bailey as he speaks, but Steven at the kerfuffle. But Volt, oh, this is chaotic. What is happening here? Oh man, no. Okay, I thought it was a lot worse on this camera angle. I thought, oh my god, there's a switchback. Oh my lord, what a switchback from Matthew Bailey. Oh my god, what a switchback. This is insane. What moves are we seeing from these drivers put out in the wet conditions? This is absolutely amazing. I actually can't believe what I just saw. Matthew Bailey, that switchback was, I thought it was done. I thought Volt had to move, but the switchback was absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely amazing from Matthew Bailey. He's going to be in P4. He might still be under attack by Volt, but it's absolutely gorgeous, that move. Absolutely amazing. Well done to you, sir. Well done. And now he's gapping Volt. It's beautiful what he just did there. That switchback was, I'm glazing a little bit, I know, but it was a really unexpected switchback from my camera angle, and it was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastico. Fantastico, you know. Fantastico. David might be able to win this race. He might be able to win this race. Come on. Here we go. Get close. Have a last lap battle. It would be fun the ages. I would love it. Almost absolutely bollocking conditions on this final lap. Bollocking it down. It would be absolutely fantastic if you went for the move, David. Please, you're dropping back. He's done it. He's second. He's only going to finish second. Matthew Bailey and Volt are still side by side. Can we see a repeat? A repeat of what happened at the last lap. No, I don't think he might happen. The Volt might try to switch back. Matthew Bailey, I've accidentally switched off. Is he going to do it successfully? No, he won't. Matthew Bailey successfully defended the switchback by going tight on the inside of the corner and just successfully defending his switchback. It was absolutely gorgeous, the one he did on Volt, and he knows how to stop Volt from executing it there, because Volt tried. He knew he could have done it in that situation, but he failed. He failed. And it's the final lap. David is behind Bayard. Let's just make sure that no one crashes in the castle section. Big crash it would be. No one. Oh my goodness. Matthew Bailey almost flew it all the way into that castle section. The rear tire. But it seems like Bayard is going to come home as the victor of this race. Unless David has more ERS. As a yellow flag is Luke Mills. David, there's no way David takes his back. Not enough. Not enough ERS. It's too far back. Bayard is going to win the Baku Azerbaijan Grand Prix. David will come second. Villiers will come third. We've got to pay attention here. Will Volt manage to get it back? I do not think he'll be able to. I think that is it. I think maybe not. Oh my god, Volt's straight line speed is amazing, but I don't think it's not enough. He's not enough. Matthew Bailey comes back in P4. Volt in P5. Nathan will take P6. Stephen P7. And never mind, Aryan is going to absolutely flame him with the better ERS, the better slipstream. Maybe not. It's going to be close. Here we go. To the line. To the line. Not good enough for I don't think. No. Aryan. Not good enough for Aryan. He falls down to 9th with Lucas finishing 8th. Dino 10th, and Luke Mills, he knows he just got to put it back across the line in time with the time remaining to get a point or two. He's going to carry on. Another Villiers bottle, exactly, John. I saw it as soon as him and Volt both boxed for the Inter after they missed the first opportunity. It was absolutely idiotic to both double stack first of all, but the Villiers not boxing the first time, and then the second time deciding to box when he should. It would have been, I don't know, a Villiers bottle, certainly Williams bottle in my opinion. 1-2 all the way down to a 3-5. Beautiful moves by Matthew Bailey and other drivers, but that switch back in the wet conditions was absolutely fantastic. I absolutely enjoyed that move. It was amazing. I wasn't expecting it. I was at the far camera angle and he absolutely switched back, made Volt look like, I don't know, maybe a barbecue chicken wrap from McDonald's. And Luke Mills is going to come whoa, in the Ferrari. Don't crash it yet. Not over the line. Keep the Ferrari in one, please. Please. As Luke Mills comes across the line to finish in P11 to get 2 points for Ferrari. Forza Ferrari. Well, there you go. That is the end of Azerbaijan Grand Prix. First is Bayard Bello, as you see there. Second, the Ferrari driver of Davide Hoy. Beautiful from the British driver. Beautiful from the British driver. To take home second in the Ferrari. And third, it goes to the Williams of Villiers Labatelas. Villiers Labatelas. Make sure to get the race director so people know penalties and all sorts. There we go. And this is your final finishing board. Bayard with the victory. David Hoy in the Ferrari, the beautiful red Ferrari, in second. And third goes to the Williams of Villiers Labatelas. Matthew Bailey P4, Volt P5, P6 Nathan, 7th Stephen, 8th Lucas, 9th Arjun, and 10th goes to Dino, and the rest are there. We will now go on to interviews for this race. I will see you, we'll pass it over to the interview room. See you next week for more GRS. Over to the interview room. A quick intermission before we transition, but there will be interviews coming up. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the interview rooms. Thank you very much, Maximo, for commentating the race. Passing it over to the interview room. It's me, Jack Cocaine, here in the interview room with the 3 podium finishers, and we're going to start with the man who finished P3, Vilius Lobotolos. Hello, Vilius. How are you doing?
Oh, doing fine.
What are your thoughts after that race?
I think race pace was good. Like out of the, like, first of all, I know what you're gonna say about the 1 lap late boxing. Out of the, like, before the main straight, I asked my engineer, like, in game, what's the best tire? It said it was still soft. First corner it was decent. By the second corner I realized that, like, basically like a flip of a switch, the track got, like, way more, like, wet than the lap before. It's like the conditions changed, like, immediately. So, and to be fair, even if I did box, I didn't really have a pace, because I think in the wet bio then they were pulling away from me. I don't know how about you guys, but I couldn't, like, even though, like, on the main straight on the SS I couldn't like go flat out, like, in the wet. Like, I was almost wall riding in that, but so not maybe not enough wing for wet conditions. Should have maybe increased it, like, a lot, I guess, but it is what it is. Like, overall, like, at least I didn't bin it on the track, or
Yeah, at least you didn't crash.
forget. Yeah.
Oh, forget what? Didn't forget what?
Or didn't forget my setup.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, it's another week, another bottle, Vilius. Surely something's got to change.
Is it really a bottle? Like, I got from P5 to P3. Like, it's a good.
You went from P1 to P3, mate.
Like.
Come on.
Yeah. Like,
another week, another what? Something's got to change, surely.
I don't know. Maybe enough wet races already. Like 3 in a row. What is this? Wait, next week's at Scout, so we getting rain next week.
Potentially. But I mean, you know, it's surely as an F1 driver, you've got to be able to adapt to the conditions and stay in the race. But I mean,
yeah, like, so
it's in your nature.
I couldn't do much. I couldn't do much about the, like, late boxing, because, like, I was, like, spamming. Yeah, so, like, I just got wrong info, like, in game, but
but you know, you shouldn't trust Mark. You know.
I mean, but the, like, track looked dry enough for one more lap, I guess, but yeah. Maybe, like, I don't, like, still need to improve on judging those.
Potentially. Well, clearly, because in both wet races, you've definitely not judged it correctly.
Well, one of these days I'm getting full dry race.
Maybe.
On that day.
I mean, yeah, you've still come out top with the podium, so it's better. It's not the worst bottle in the world, you know. It's a slight bottle. There's definitely a bottle included, but you still got a podium at the end of the day. So, congratulations, and maybe we'll see your bottle next week.
Well, there is a good chance that you will.
Anyway, moving on to P2. The man in the glistening red Ferrari. Davide Hoy. Hello, Davide. Hello. So that race, obviously P2, very good result. What are your thoughts?
My initial thought, rather unfortunately, because I don't like races being decided by pit entries, is my initial thought is that will be a P1.
Ooh.
Because of the pit lane.
Ooh.
But aside from that, I shat myself when it was a wet quali.
Yeah.
I shat myself when I saw rain in the race. So I know what Baku's like with a wet quali. There's just no grip in the race. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Plus, the softer compounded tyres was not fun on a pad.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I would be fighting against Vilius doing God's work for Thomas.
Yeah.
But it turns out most of God's work was done by Lucas Hodes.
Yeah.
So fair enough. I mean, you defend your position
That
on
hold
track.
up game.
It's fine. Yeah, I seconds were lost.
Yeah.
And years were shaved off my life. But it's fine. Lucky to have got pole because I let the rear out of turn 2 on my final lap. But that slipstream, yeah, absolutely, it's beautiful. But I mean, other than that, it's a decently clean race considering the close proximity of a lot of cars. I did have a bit of a side by side.
There was one
contact moment with Matt.
Yeah, there was that moment, and there was also there was multiple moments. There was multiple moments.
Yeah, it was a tricky one. I thought I would have a little bit more room than I actually did. So I pushed him wide, but I ceded the position because it would have been unfair.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it was just a case of just getting the pit stops right. Got the call to box at the right time because I don't trust the game. Yeah. You've been given absolutely no reason to trust the game. You should never
trust the game's info. You should always look at the track and make sure. Yeah, let's make a decision. You got to make a decision.
Yeah, I always favour boxing on the earlier side of things on a long lap time as well, and Baku being 1 minute 40.
Especially when it's only going to get wetter.
Exactly, and my hearts were shot to shit, so that made the decision quite easy. Yeah. I'm surprised both Williams stayed out. I think it would have been a safer option to just box one car.
Are you that surprised that one?
But hey ho, Thomas I think made a mistake and opened up enough gap to not need to worry about double stacking, so maybe that's why they stayed out. But I'm not complaining.
Yeah, no,
because that helped a bit.
We weren't discussing we weren't with Thomas today.
Oh,
fair enough. No, I guess his judgment was just the same. It's a hard one. Because going on that main straight, dries were quicker. And then, as you said, in the early part of the following lap, the drives were crap. All of a sudden, it's like they turn a switch when DRS gets turned off.
Yeah.
But hey ho.
I mean,
I guess it's just luck of the draw. Sometimes the game will switch it. Sometimes it won't.
I was surprised that it was even rain at the end of that race. To be honest, I thought it was going to be sunny skies for all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, I was spamming the weather report because it said for 15 minutes that the rain would come in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So I just decided to box right in the middle of the first hard stint, just to do that. So I had a feeling that it would basically be a dry race bar the last few laps.
Yeah, I mean, hey, whatever you've done in that race, it's ended up being a P2. So, potentially a P1 as you said. But anyway, congratulations. Maybe we'll see you next week. Maybe we will. Maybe this is a championship push for you, David. But anyway, maybe we'll see you next week.
I don't think so.
Right, on to the victor of this race, victorious in Baku, potentially. Or talk about the stewards, whatever. But currently victorious, Bayod Bello. Hello, Bayod. Hello. Right. What are your thoughts on that race there, the performance you put in, everything? What's your thoughts on all of it?
Yeah, to be fair, I was speechless after I crossed the line first.
Yeah.
Because when that first safety car came out, I didn't box.
Yeah.
I think I should have, but stayed out. And then after 3 laps, it was very clear that the cars on fresh hards were much quicker than me. Then I held on to the pit window at around lap 10, I think. Yeah.
And
then box for the hards. Then on my first lap on the hards, I broke my right front end plate.
Ooh. That's why.
Yeah, so I had to carry the whole race with a broken front wing, basically.
Oh, really? Oh, that's awful.
Then still managed to find pace somehow.
Yeah.
But when the tires started to wear off, it became very clear that I was slower than the rest of the pack. But then the rain came, and first I thought it might not be much, but I just went for the gamble, and so did David.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah,
Paid off.
paid off. Luckily.
Ultimately paid off. Got P1. I mean, yeah. 4 questions. Yeah, I've already asked like all the questions I should. No. Let me. I've got a question. I'll get an interesting question. Oh yeah, that was that. So when you said you got that damage, was that when you were going really? Was that you went really slow through castle section at some point? I'm pretty sure during that race. Was that the damage moment?
No, it was actually the corner where what's the corner called? It's that corner.
Is it the one in the
in
final
sector
sector?
3?
The final sector going.
Yeah,
That goes down
yeah.
the hill. You turn left to go down the hill.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's horrific.
yeah. That one.
You went too deep, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I just locked up that front left tire and yeah, had no grip, so the car didn't turn anymore. Then yeah, hit a wall.
That's not. Yeah, that's definitely not going to do you much favors in the race. I mean, but hey, I mean it's good performance, as as clear to see. You've put in whatever the mishaps, whatever happened in the race. Eventually, it's all paid off. Whatever you put in with that P1 on football. So
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah, congratulations, and maybe we'll see you next week again.
Thank you, and yeah, you will.
Oh, confidence. Huh. Anyway, yeah, so congratulations to all the podium sitters. That is the end of interviews this week. Back to you, Maximo. God, we go. So yes, that is the end of this race this week. We will see you next week for another GRS F1 race. Excuse my French. Next week, the calendar is saying it's Texas sprint race. Oh, chaos to ensue. We'll see you next week. Thank you very much. F3 tomorrow. I've heard there's this driver called Jack Cocaine in F3. He's a brilliant driver. I'd watch just for him because he's probably going to win. So we'll see you next week for Texas Sprint in GRS F1. That has been GRS F1. I've been Massimo, the 8th King of Rome, and we will see you next week. Ta-da!